In tonight's Biz Blitz, okay, 4K apparently A-okay, actually very A-okay, because if this year's Consumer Electronics Show going on in Las Vegas is any indication, what they call Ultra HD TV is here to stay. Sales are strong and folks are buying. So, we've got Sabrina Schaefer here, maybe 4K isn't 3D, and this technology has staying power. What do you think?
Well, I spoke with someone in the industry earlier today because I am the last person who knows a ton about technology. I'm still on one of those old things. I think you have to get up to change the dial. But they said that, look, this is some really interesting technology, but that there are a lot of kinks. There are a lot of things that still need to be worked out between the technology and the consumer. There needs to be a little bit more synergy. And I think one of the big problems, as much as people might be buying, these TVs usually are starting around $2,000. For someone like me, I'm not in the market for a $3,500 or even $4,000 television. So I think that's one of the big sort of hurdles to get over.
But it'll come down. I have to admit, I've done this, not by choice, but for my children. Went out and did the TV thing.
You got the 4K.
I didn't. I went with the Curve 3K, and here's why. Because
that is so stupid.
No, it's really cool.
It's stupid.
It is
Unless
really
you're in the
cool.
center, it's stupid.
No, it's cool. I'm going to go with cool.
Okay.
Here's the thing: the 3K. When you put the 3K next to the 4K, you have to really be like. Have that amazing eye to notice it, which is exactly why I did not know. And sure,
kidding.
No, that's true though, because the guy would have bought it. The price will come down.
Can you help me? What do you think of this? 4K, they thought it wouldn't do well. They were expecting about 700,000, 800,000 units sold last year. Ended up being more like 1.3, 1.4 million. So something happened.
I guess it's a good sign for the American consumer that they've got that kind of money laying around to buy a television. I guess if you're a big fan of TV, you want to get real close and see all the fine details on people's faces, the wrinkles and the gray hairs. You know, that's great.
Why are you looking at me? You're saying
really close.
Let's say hypothetically you're watching a news anchor on TV.
I think I prefer real life.
We all need to wear a lot more makeup, I think.
The good part is, unlike 3D, Neil, you needed those glasses that you needed Dramamine.
Exactly.
Like,
no, you don't need glasses for this.
You don't need glasses.
You don't need
All
glasses
you need is
for
for the price to come down and for movies to start to be filmed in 4K, and then
you need more product.
You need more content.
On to issue 2, ladies. Apple schmapple. What is old is new and apparently very expensive again. Sony is bringing back the Walkman, and with it, I think about $1,100 price tag to boot. Tracy, what's going on?
This is ridiculous. This is like they're trying to reincarnate 1981. We left the 80s for a reason.
Well, what makes this thing that expensive?
It is, you know what, there's a small, minute group of people out there who love their music and probably can hear it better than the rest of us. My ear is not that trained. It's a very small market.
My generation, like, what are you, Z, Ralph, something like that? Apparently the quality is very good. It's a high audio quality.
I don't know who has that kind of money for audio quality.
Well, Ralph does.
Okay.
But,
they should sell it with the headband and the short shorts.
There you go.
You know?
But I mean, didn't the iPod eclipse the Walkman? That's what did it. So now they're coming back.
Walkman Discman, which was a mitigated disaster too, because it vibrated and you couldn't hear anything.
Exactly.
And then you had the iPad.
But is this a hard disk thing? If it's a hard disk thing, then
it's a thing. It's almost like a phone.
Okay.
It's a product.
Fine. I have no idea what you're talking about, but
it's functionality, though. It's not. It doesn't compete with the smartphone, so you can't go online with it. You can't check your email. It just is purely audio. You know, I think it's just a gimmick.
Like when you get Bose speakers. I mean, they say.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have no idea what it is. On issue 3, a TV show.
Again, real life is good.
Exactly. That is entering your living room and take it over. I think they used to advertise this like in the Outer Limits. We control the vertical, horizontal. Now they control the curtains, the lights, the whole view. Sci-fi show 12 Monkeys is teaming up with Philips to control the lighting in your house while the show is playing. So if it gets really scary, it gets really dark, really creepy. Veronica, what do you think of this?
That's cool and creepy at the same time. There's no way I'm watching this. My husband's a huge sci-fi fan, and he's been talking about this show forever. He can't wait to watch it. We are not buying the $200 light bulbs or whatever that it's required to watch this.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, you have to spend $600.
I mean,
it's through an app, so it's all they go through.
But I think it's the same people that are going to buy the Walkman. So the guy who has the Walkman is going to have the light bulbs that are controlled by the TV.
Don't knock this. You know, I mean, Sabrina, if they're onto something here, imagine watching this show and we could control your lighting at home. I just wonder what kind of lighting
music in the background. Right.
I would say very dark and thinning. Everything on the set looks thinning. But I mean,
it's like going to a production.
See, this is creepy to me, Sabrina. It just strikes me as a little creepy.
I mean, maybe a little bit creepy, but I actually was thinking, my kids were asking me what the future of television is. Will there actually be a television? I said, yeah, there probably won't be. There'll probably be something that's sort of real in your home, and this is the beginning of that, right?
It's like Pink Floyd's Laser Light Show, home.
Right.
It's like a home theater. Yeah, there's a big.
But you remember when they would have for like our kids, you could watch it and smell it too. What was that? It was another scent.
Oh yeah.
Smell-o-vision or something.
It didn't do well.
No, it didn't.
Did not do well. So I'm wondering whether this is just it's a novel concept, but don't want you to go that far.
Yeah, maybe it's a gimmick. I mean, it's a great PR strategy. People who've never heard of the show are like, oh, maybe if I can tune in and watch it, see what it's all about. You know, I think this is probably just a short-term thing. Maybe people will want to take this up, but I don't think so. I think it's a lot of money to invest in this sort of technology.
But it could also be the demise of the movie theater. I mean, if you could figure out a way to do this in my family room, we're never leaving.
Right.
I was going to say, people who have a built-in movie room.
Say that again?
Well, it's people who have a built-in movie room, it might be sort of more appropriate for, but that's a very narrow subset of the population. I think most of us who are watching TV in our living rooms, it sounds like we have to really do some adjustments.
We have to compensate here somewhere. Ladies, thank you very, very much. Did I tell you guys to offer me resolution suggestions? For me, I don't recall that, but man, more than a few have happily offered some tips. Really? After this.